Good evening, everyone. Last day of Hanukkah. You know, Zois Hanukkah, they say, I just saw a vote, not Hashem tomorrow, and speak about Zois Hanukkah more, that why it's called Zois Hanukkah. Because Zois Hanukkah is the last 250 years. Before, and there was all called Chanukah Samizbeh. We do find by the Ma'aril, we find in other Rishonim already, Chanukah Samizbeh, al Shem the Kriya. The Kriya Satayr is called Chanukah Samizbeh. So also Zois Chanukah Samizbeh, so they call Zois Hanukkah. Chaim Shmulevitz used to say, Hashem Vertli said, why it's called Zois Hanukkah. If you look about Hanukkah, so in Yeshiva, yeah, he was a Mashgiach in Yeshiva Samir. He says in Yeshiva, you have the first Seder, and you have second Seder, then you have night Seder. But they're clear when they light. The second Seder, some light Shkia, Chovim, but it's in the time of second Seder. Instead, second Seder starts 3:30, so second Seder is already Mishkan Seder. And then you start with Hanukkah, they sing, they this, they do come back, they don't come back. He says the day of Zois Hanukkah, then there's a normal Seder, Aleph, first Seder, there's this normal second Seder. Das is Hanukkah. Zois Hanukkah. Das is Hanukkah. The other day, no, this is that is Kanzura. There's no lighting. The last day. Yeah, tomorrow is Zois Hanukkah. It's tonight. It starts tonight. So he says, Zois Hanukkah. Das is Hanukkah. The rest of the day says they say that they do a zeicha for the lashkich of the Yosecha. Das is Hanukkah. Zois Hanukkah. Zois Hanukkah. Okay. So let's see. This week, Kapitel Yudalet will start, and then we'll see maybe to connect it a little bit. Hanukkah speak about the Nesim. We'll speak about the Nesim, and then we can speak about maybe a little bit the Nesim. We know that Hanukkah has to do with the Nesim. Kapitel Yudalet Pasuk Aleph. Ve'ele, we're speaking about the Chalukah of Canaan, giving the Nachlot to Kolev and Yefune. Kolev was, as we can see, Matzashem. We can speak about Kolev. It was a son of Knaz, not a son of Knaz. We can see Balt in the Psukim. So we start with Eretz Canaan. First pasuk is Ve'ele asher nochalu bnei Yisrael be'Eretz Canaan asher nichalu oisom elozor. And as Rashi says, asher nichalu oisom. What's nichalu? Asher hinchilu oisom. Who was the one that was manchil? Elozor HaKoyen. Yehoshua bin Nun. Ve'roshei avois hamatois livnei Yisrael. So we have the first pasuk Ve'ele is the hemshech. We know always Vov. Ve'ele mishpatim. Vov, as we know, Rashi tells us Torah. Ve'ele moisif alinyan rishon. So Ve'ele, after we spoke about the Nachla of Reuven and Gad and Chatzi Shevet HaMenashe, we're speaking about Ve'ele nochalu. They got the Nachla of Bnei Yisrael. That means the 9.5 matos, as we can see now in the next pasuk, Eretz Canaan. After we spoke about the Eretz of Shnei Malchei Moiri, Neva Yarden, right? Eva Yarden is on the east of the Jordan. Now we spoke about Nichalu. Now Nichalu means, as Rashi says, Nichalu is a binyan what's called PL, like Heinchilu, right? As we had this also beforehand in Pasuk Lamed Beis in Kapitel Yud Gimel. Just if you look at Kapitel Yud Gimel, Pasuk Lamed Beis, the Pasuk is also Eile Asher Nichal Moshe. So Nichal is a Lashon Yochid. Nichalu is Lashon Rabbim. It's Lashon PL.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because normally, the Hanchil normally means when one person from the family started on a nachla for the next person, for his son, the member of the family. Here it wasn't done that way. Here it was done from the center to the shvot.
So you say it was past more than Nichal.
Different. Hinchil is always father to son.
No, it's not much simpler. That's Yehoshua bin Nun. He was also Jewish. So therefore, it's not.
He himself was a Noichel and a Manchil.
Because he was also part of it. So he wasn't Hinchil to himself. Therefore, it's a little.
Yeah. So that says that. Yeah. But by Moshe Rabbeinu, what do you say? By Pasuk Lamed Beis. Look at Kapitel Yud Gimel Pasuk Lamed Beis. Eila asher nichal Moshe. What are you going to say over there? Moshe Rabbeinu didn't get himself. If you look at the Metzudas, what's Nichal? Eila asher hinchil Moshe. That's the same lashon of Hinchal. Nichal was a PL. It's a Hinchilu.
You never find it in the Torah. You never find Nichal. You don't find PL.
in Chiluk. So Elazar says first because the Barbanel says the mile of Keuna, Elazar HaKoyen, the Kohen Gadol, and Yehoshua bin Nun. Over here we explain also the Yehoshua with his father, right? Because also in Parsha of Manchi Le'oretz, the Torah also mentions him after his father, right? And that's why we think Roshei Avois Amatois, and who's the Roshei Avois Amatois? These are the 10 Nesim of the Shvatim, what we learn in Bamidbar, the Nesim, right? It's because we said over here every Mate is a Shevet. And over here it says, as you can see later on in the Chalukah, who's these Matos, and together with the Elazar and HaKoyen and Yehoshua bin Nun, the people who divided the Manchil Eretz Canaan, they were all together 12. Pasuk base, Begoiral Nachalosam, כאשר ציווה השם ביד מוישה לתשעס המטויס וחצי המטה. וגוירל הנחלוסם, it's the המשך of the pasuk. What they want nichal, that means the goyrol of nachalosam. Yeah, the goyrol that means and the nachlo. For example, right, we see many things that was oile begoyrola, Yehuda together with the Shimon together with Yehuda, fakert, yeah. And that means together with them, begoyral. Now, even though that begoyral, what's the begoyral? So if you look at the begoyral, right, the reish of goyral has to be a reish kmutzo. Lefi the Messiah is a reish, it's a reish psucha. Uve goyral, right? It's some of the nachalosam. The nachalosam that day was oich and the goyral, right? Umi goyral, like in the pasuk. Yeah, if you look at the begoyral nachalosam, this reish, the begoyral. What's the begoyral of the nachalo? Begoyral, right? Yeah. So the reish is a begoyral, not a, right? To be a reish kibutza. Not with the comments, begoyrol, not begoyral with the pasa. That no, this is.
It was done by a lottery of their.
Oh, that's what he's saying exactly. That's what he said. That's what he's explaining. Yeah, and we find it. Where do we find? We find it also in the psukim of the Sefer Bamidbar. Umi goyral nachalosenu. What Yosef bnei Yosef. Umi goyral nachalosenu. That means begoyral, right? Now we're not going to see in the psukim now the ma'ase goyral, but this we know. What Chazal tell us that Messiah, what Chazal had, that the land was divided, Beruach HaKodesh, and right, this is the Sifri over there in Bamidbar, the Gmor Basa, the Kuf Chov Beis, and the Psukim we don't see over there, and that means that also, well, the Gmor Basa, Kuf Chov Beis, the Gmor explained that the Chalukas Oretz was a Goyrol, and the Gmor says Begoyrol Keitzad, so the Gmor says it was not Nischalek only Begoyrol, right? It says Ach Begoyrol, right? It was Nischalek also Be'uri V'tumim, because it says Al Pi HaGoyrol. What's the pshat? Says the Gemara, okay, it's there was begoyrol of Urim v'tumim. Says the Gemara, Elazar HaKoyen was wearing the Urim v'tumim, and Yehoshua and Kol Yisrael oimdim lefonov, and there was a kalfi of shvotim and a kalfi of tchumin. That means two kalpios, two boxes, and he was mimechaven and Ruach HaKodesh is taking out, right? And he would say Zvulun oile chum akoy. Yeah, that's the example of the Gemara oile imoy. And then again, Torah b'kalpi and that's what came out, exactly what he said. He said, Zvulun oile ve'tchum akoy oile imoy. He mixes the kalpi, takes out Zvulun, and tchum akoy goes up. And the Gemara says, V'chein kol shevet shevet. He would say beforehand, he would say the nachlo and the shevet, and then he would do the goyrol, and that's what came out in the goyrol. So it was also Ruach HaKodesh, also Urim and also a goyrol. Even though you didn't need both of them, Chazal learned over here what we learned, and the Ma'aseh goyrol. So we have over there, I think in the Chazal tell us that this is what what says in the pasuk in Mishlei, Becheik Yutal es hagoyrol u'me'ashem kol mishpotoi. Right, that's a pasuk in Mishlei, and me'ashem kol mishpotoi. That means that this is what the goyrol was. That what came me'ashem. That was me'ashem. Says the pasuk. Yes, so that's kasher tziva. That's the emshech of the pasuk. Then kasher tziva Hashem biyad Moshe letisha samatois v'chatzi hamate. Letisha samatois and v'chatzi hamate. Now, if you're gonna ask me, lichoire, how many matos you had? 2.5 and Eva Yavin. Altogether, how many matos you have? 12. But Shevet Levi did not get. Oh, so that's exactly the pasuk itself is asking the question and answering it. That's the way the Radak learns over the psukim. Kinosan, pasuk gimel. Kinosan Moshe nachal hashnei amate v'chatzi amate me'ever layarden u'lalevim lo inosan nachnu b'toichom. You can ask me lichoire. So that's the teretz, as you all said. Ki oyu b'nei. That's the pasuk dalid. Ki oyu b'nei Yosef shenei matos Menashe ve'Ephraim. ונוסנו חלק ללווים באורץ, כי אם אורים לא שבס, ומגרשיהם למקניהם ולקניונם. And then they got of them the Migrosh, as this we can see in Hashem later on exactly how they gave the Migrosh, how they got it, but that's what we say, Ki oyu bnei Yosef shnei matos, so there's 12, and Yaakov, right, as Yaakov Avinu says already, Ephraim u'Menashe, ki Reuven v'Shimon iuli. And then we say, V'lo noslo, that means the manchilim, what we said in Pasuk Aleph, they didn't give a chelek anachlo, that means a goyrol, a chelek to Shevet Levi. Just what they gave him, Orim Lashes Migrashem leMiknei leKinyonom, as we're going to see in Hashem later on in Perek Chof Aleph.
That thing is the first time we're hearing this.
What the Or Alvim, yes. It's the first time we see over here the Or Alvim, because the mitzvah was, I can tell you why, because the mitzvah of the Levim was only after Chalukas Oretz. To give the Levim, the Migrosh, and these Araboim V'Shmoina, the Memches Or Alvim, was the mitzvah was only after giving the Chalukas Oretz. So we don't mention it beforehand. The Or Alvim, it is in Mamurion. The Orim, yeah, it's not important in Yeshua. Why? Because if you look at the Psukim of there, what stays of there? ואורים אשר תיתנו מאחוזז בני ישראל, מי שרב, תרבו, מי שמעת, תמיתו איש כפי נחלוס אשר ינחולו, מאור ללווים. It says מפורש in the Torah, when you give the Levim the nachlo, after they get the nachlo, then you give the Levim. That's umigrasheim. The migrasheim is what goes around the thing, and I think the Medagdekim, the Ri Ben Janach says that what's the pshat over there, umigrashem. Migrash, he says the lotion of outside the city. Keilu it's megurash. Keilu it was megurash outside of the city, and that's why it's called migrashem. Later, much later. This we can see in Kapitel Chof Aleph. After all the nachlos what they got, then we announced who's getting what. Yeah. All the miklot was before we saw in and that's the yeah. למקניהם וקניונו. לכאורה מקניהם וקניונו זה שם שרש, no? מקנה is משרש, קונו. וקניונו. פסוק ה' כאשר ציווה השם את מוישה, כי ינוסו בני ישראל, ויחלקו את הארץ. כאשר ציווה השם את מוישה, that means what we found over there in Sefer Bamidbar, right? And לגבי the nachlo of the 9.5 shvatim, and also לגבי the Orei Alevim and Migroshem, what we saw over there. So Bnei Yisrael, they are manchinim, what we spoke over there before, and we call them Bnei Yisrael because the Torah told the chiyuv to Klal Yisrael. Vayachleku, right? Like Vayachleku, like it's a PL, right? Vayachleku. We finished. Vayachleku. It's Vayachalku. It's like a PL. It's like a PL. Vayachleku is a binyan kal. Vayachleku is a binyan kal that it means like Vayachalku like a PL. It's like you're right. It's not the thing, but it's a binyan kal. Okay, let's not go too much into the digduk. Just as a derech as the land of what as Moshe Rabbeinu said. Okay, so we saw the first part of the, and then we're going to go into we can see Mat Hashem the Hemshech. But we see over here Elazar HaKohen and Yehoshua bin Nun. Yehoshua bin Nun. We see Elazar HaKohen and Yehoshua bin Nun. Now Elazar after that. Shailas Urim V'Tumim. Obel, Yehoshua, why do you need Yehoshua? Also mitzad the Shailas Urim V'Tumim. Why do we need Yehoshua over there? Yehoshua also was part of the Urim V'Tumim. So we know with the way they ask Urim V'Tumim, the Gemara in the end of in the Gemara Sanhedrin, the Gemara in Yumen, Daf Ayin Gimel, the Gemara says, Ein Nishonin L'Urim V'Tumim. How are you showing L'Urim V'Tumim? Ayidei Melech. So where do we learn it out from? Yehoshua. Yehoshua had the din of a Melech. And we ask Urim V'Tumim, Yehoshua had to be there. So you need mitzad echad, you need Elazar HaKohen, you need Elazar HaKohen because you need a Kohen Gadol to wear the Urim V'Tumim, and then you need also mitzad sheni, you need also the Melech. And who was the Melech at that time? Yehoshua bin Nun. Again, we had the whole topic. Yehoshua bin Nun had a din of a Melech, Yehoshua bin Nun didn't have a din of a Melech, but definitely, as we said, Yehoshua bin Nun has klape this. He definitely has a din of a Melech, and that's what we say over here. We need over here also the Yehoshua bin Nun and also the Melech. Then we learned Verosh Yehovois, right? Verosh Yehovois Amatos Livnei Yisrael. And Pasuk Aleph. Ve'ila asher nochalu Bnei Yisrael v'Oretz Canaan asher nichalu Oisam Elazar HaKohen Yehoshua bin Nun. And who's part of the Hanchole over here? Who's part of the being Manchilas Oretz? We find ourselves Verosh Hamatoi, Verosh Avois Amatos Livnei Yisrael. The Gemara in Kiddushin. The Gemara in Kiddushin Daf Mem Beis. The Gemara over there we learned that envy Nossi, and Nossi had a din of apotropos for his shame. It means apotropos, that he was in charge. Yeah, like you saw, you have apotropos. He has a charge. That's what the Gemara is. The Gemara in Daf base in Kiddushin. And the Shittum Kubetes over there explains that's why. What means apotropos? Says the Shita over there that he was zoicher also for the whole shevet. That means apotropos. That means he was zoicher for himself. He was zoicher for the whole shevet. If you look at Rashi al Torah, Parshas Masei, of then Rashi is mashma that he was not zoicher for his shevet. He was giving the chelik from the nachlo of the shevet to the families and for the men, and then he would be poor for each one and one. As the Gemara says of the kolechol be'echol chelik hogun, right? Which chelik it's the best chelik, right? Now in the Gemara Kiddushin over there, the Gemara Kiddushin, we wanted to learn the shlucho shel Adam. The Gemara, why the Gemara brings it? The Gemara learns the Gabi over there in the beginning of Ish Mekadesh. The Gemara brings that shlucho shel Adam kemoisoi. It says v'nosi echod lamate. That means one nosi is lamate. Fragen the Ramban, the Ritva, the Rishonim over there in Kiddushin, we could say that what's the pshat over here? We could say that he has a shutfus with it. This person is part of it, right? So even if he wants to be zoiche for his shevet, right? It's also he's part of is what's called islay shutfus begavei. He's part. He has a shutfus, but to be zoiche for the families and the men, he doesn't have a shutfus with them. So if we're gonna say that like the shita, that the nasi is zoiche for is the whole shevet, but we're gonna say lekula almei was zoiche only for the families and the men, right? As we learned in the Gemara in Kiddushin over there. So very good. Why? We learn out from the Gemara that shlucho shel Adam kemoisei. We learn out from the shlucho shel kemoisei that he was zoiche for the yechidim, even though that Leslie shutfus begavei could be zoiche. As I the Rishonim. So the Rishonim say that there's a difference. The Shittim Kubetzes over there fragt azoi. Where do we know that shliach oise shliach? Shliach oise shliach. So he says, the Teretz says that the Nasi would do a shliach, and he would be a mane from every family to every Beis Av, right? To every Beis Av, and he would give it weiter. So the Nasi himself, he would only be zoiche for his shevet, and from this we learn the ikar din shlichus. And this is what we understand. The Ramban, the Ritva, they ask that we should say that Islay Shutus Begavei. Now, the Psukim, when you look at the Psukim, Legabi the Chalukah, we talk about Chalukah of Shvotim and not Chalukah of families, right? What's the Chalukah over here? And then we see the Nachlos. Through all the Psukim with the Nachlos, we don't see over there Nachlo for Yechidim. We find over there Chalukah for Shvotim. We find a Chalukah over there of families. We don't find it not families and not yechidim. And the Psukim says that what the Chalukah was al pi goyrol, right? The goyral nachalosom pasuk beis. The goyral nachalosom kasher tziva Hashem biyad Moshe letishas amatos v'chatzi amate. We find that what was the Psukim tell us that the Chalukah was al pi goyrol. And we have already a machlokas if the goyrol was only a Chalukah of shvotim or was also Chalukah's yechidim. And this is Bavuz the Beis Halevi. The Beis Halevi in Chelek Aleph. In Simen Chof Aleph over there, he speaks about this, that if the Chalukah was al pi goyrol, what we say that there was Chalukah al pi goyrol was, because we know that every Yachid also got in Eretz Yisrael. Is the goyrol was also for Yechidim, or the goyrol was only for the Shevet? Over there he speaks about it. Not Hashem, we're going to speak later on. Now, if we're going to say that the goyrol was only for families, not for Yechidim, so very good that we could say it's not talking about the Chalukah of Shvatim. Every Yachid and Yachid gets a Chalukah. Every Yachid. But if you can say that the goyrol was that, as we say, every or we can say that the Yechidim got it, says like the Ramban says it in Parshas Pinchos, and the Ravid is put down in the Shittim Kubetzes and Morabasa Daf Kuf Chof Aleph that every Yochid, the goyrol was for every Yochid and Yochid. Every Yochid and Yochid was the goyrol. So we understand that that the Nesim, what we say of Rosh Amatos, Rosh Ovis Amatos, the Nesim was only for the families, for the men. And not for his shevet. Not for his shevet. So the Shaila over here, what is the Rosh Ovis Amatos? What we learn over here, the Rosh Ovis Amatos. What there was Zoicha exactly? What there was Zoicha? There was Zoicha for each and one, or there was not Zoicha for each and one? Let me just say. The Gemara in Kiddushin, in Daf Membeis, we learn that every Nasi was a apotropos for to be Zoicha for his shevet. Now we learn over in the Pasuk Aleph, Kapitel Yudalet, ve'eila asher nochalu b'nei Yisrael בארץ כנען אשר ניחא לו אויסם הוא, אלעזר הכהן, וישוע בן נון, וראשי אבויס המטוס בני ישראל. What the Avois Amatos were manchim? Where the Avois Amatos? Where did the Nesim? Yeah, the Nesim. This is the Avois Amatos. Who's the Avois Amatos? The Nesim. Where are they involved in the Chalukah? So in the Gemara in Kiddushin and Daf Mem Beis, we find that they were Evi Nossi was apotropos to be zoicha for his shevet. And why do we need this schia? Feed the Gemara, right? And that's what we learn. They were zoicha for the klal for the shevet. Why do we need it? If the Chalukah was al yedei goyrol, as we see, begoyral nachalosom, pasuk beis, begoyral nachalosom. So why do we need the Nesim? Why every Nasi? Why do we need the Nesim? Why do we need over here the Nasi to interfere? We have over there begoyral, al yedei goyrol, begoyral nachalosom. The Gemara Basra in Daf Kuvov, we learned that the goyrol, right? Goyrol ois a kinyan. Wherefore we learned out that the goyrol does a kinyan. Person is a goyrol is a kinyan. Says the Gemara from Chalukah Eretz Yisrael. Chalukah Eretz Yisrael is al pi goyrol, and that is a kinyan. Now we just mentioned Shitas Rashi al Torah, that he was not zoiche for the whole shevet. He was zoiche only for the nachlas shevet, for the families and for the men. And also we mentioned that there's a machloikes in which goyrol, right, was for shvatim, or the goyrol was also for yechidim. So if then we could say that this is be'emes Shitas Rashi. Rashi al that the Nesim were not zoiche for the shvatim. The Nesim was zoiche only for the yechidim, not for the shvatim. There was zoiche for the yechidim, and because he understood that the chalukas shvatim was al pi goyrol, that's what we learn al pi goyrol, and the goyrol, as we said in the Gemara Basra, goyrol ois kinyan. The goyrol does the kinyan. That's it. So you don't need the Nesim to be zoiche for the shevet. So what the Nesim are zoiche? The Nesim are zoiche for the chalukah of the yechidim. That this was not al pi goyrol. This we need that the Nesim should be zoiche for the shevet. Huh? The goyrol is a kinyan. For the shvatim.
What is the kinyan of the shevet?
A schia of the shevet is zoiche. Now, how are we going to know in the shevet each one what's going to get? That's exactly the Nesim. The Nesim, every Nasi was responsible for his shevet to divide what they're going to get.
What was the shevet claim? Afterwards,
the shevet is going to the Chum Akoy for Zvul, let's say. Now in Akoy, how you divide it? Yeah, you don't need the kinyan, but you need the chalukah. Who was choylek? And that was the Nesim. That was the tafkid of the Nesim.
According to what you're saying,
The goyrol was Mezakeh. Shevet Zvul. The goyrol.
that was part of the shevet, and that was done by Goyrol. And then the Nossi took over, and he divided up inside Akko amongst every Shlocha and Yoch.
Yeah.
So what's the right of goyrol? That goyrol is koina.
It's magnet for the shevet.
But how can you have a kinyan on a shevet? You don't have an individual in koina. You can't have shevet in koina.
Why not?
You look at a group of people in koina.
That's a kinyan of the look. There is the Gemara Kiddushin. One second. There is the Gemara Kiddushin. The Gemara Kiddushin of Chavov. Let's go earlier. The Gemara of Chavov. The Gemara learns kinyan chazokah. Right? The Gemara says over there the Mishnah. How you koine a karka? Says the Gemara. Bekesed b'shtar u bechazokah. Says the Gemara. Where do we know that you koine a karka bechazokah? Says the Gemara learn for Yerusha Soretz. Dichsi v'yerashtem oisa v'yeshavtem bo. Right? Yerashtem v'yeshavtem. So you see that the Yerusha oisa yeshiva. So you talk the Gemara. Rek the Mari. Maybe you need a kinyan chazokah, chalukah soretz. Who said that you need a kinyan chazokah? Why you need a kinyan chazokah in Yerusha soretz? Eretz Yisrael is chalko al yedei goyrol. The goyrol is a kinyan. Thus means the Marit al that also chalukah of yechidim was lefi goyrol. That means why? Because the Yerusha the chelik. That means lefi the Beis Halevi. What we said that they didn't do a goyrol to the chalukah of yechidim. Very good. We need a kinyan chazokah for every yochid to be zoiche bechelkoi. So we see there was a chalukah of goyrol that was koine for the shevet, and then there was a chalukah of chazokah that God anoalu porat ma'aseh bailus, and that every. So that's a machloikas. If that was done by a goyrol, the Beis Halevi too studied. The Maharit, we see that the Maharit understand that that's a goyrol. The Maharit from the Shiloh, the Maharit, we see that this was a goyrol. From the Maharit, we see that there's a that was everything was done by goyrol. After that, yeah.
What was the buyer for the Gemara that chazokah that how can you bring a ride that Chazaka, the Chazaka is going there, if you've got a goyrol, the goyrol is, if the goyrol is Makna, how do the Chazaka?
So we have to understand, a very good question. I don't want too much to go into it, but this is a very interesting point because what exactly does the goyrol? That we have to go in what's the goyrol. If you look at the Shulchan Aruch and Choshen Mishpat, this is Mamish Choshen Mishpat in Kedinim, over there in Simen Kufa and Gimel, Seif Beis, the Mechaber says that im cholku begoyrol, they don't chaluk begoyrol. So le'achar shelo she'olo hagoyrol le'echod, then everyone was going. Yeah, le'achar she'olo hagoyrol le'echod, niskaymo, then it was niskayim lekulam the chaluk for everyone. The Ramo says no. The Ramo says he brings the Rosh. The Ramo brings the Rosh that the goyrol is not koine the chelek. What does the goyrol? The goyrol is mevar the chalok. Mevar. And what's enough kimin? It says the Ramo. Says the Ramo, ve'im hichzik. That means if someone was machzik echod the chelkoi, so the chaluka is a good chaluka. That means the Rosh, the Ramo, what he brings down the Rosh out, the goyrol is not koine. What does the goyrol does? The goyrol is mevarer. Goyrol is mevarer. Everyone has to have chutz. After you do a goyrol, Shevet Zvulun, let's say for example, you said Shevet Zvulun, you get Akoy. So that was a bill. Now, in order to do Kinyan, you need V'yerashtem, V'yeshavtem, you need to do the Kinyan Chazokeh. You need to do the Kinyan Chazokeh. It's not enough. If you the Rosh, the Goyrol is not enough of a Kinyan. It's Mevarer what is going to be a Kinyan. Now, in order to do this Kinyan, very good, they need the Kinyan Chazokeh, to feed them very good. Now, the Nesim, we need now Azoi. We need the Kinyan Chazokeh. Who done the Kinyan Chazokeh for the Shevet? This we had the Nesim. The Nesim was Reicha for the Shevet, even though we had the Goyrol. We had the Goyrol, but the Goyrol doesn't do a Kinyan lefi the Rosh. The Goyrol is only Mevarer, right? And now we need the thing. Oh, but this is not so clear because we have is who does it? The Nesim. You still need the Chazok, even after the Goyrol. That everything fits lefi the Rosh. Aber Reb Chaim in Sefer Nilchus Shchenim, Chaim Brisker sagt das so. Chaim Alevi and Nilchus Shchenim says that in Chalukas Eretz Yisrael everyone is moide that yesh breira. That means because it was al pi adibur. We all know it was al pi adibur. It was al pi adibur, Novi, Urim Vetumim, right? There was not stam Chalukah. So everyone agrees that what over there you don't need a Maisa Kinyan, and a Maisa Chalukah itself was enough. So lefi Reb Chaim is going to be schwer. How we learn out the Gemara the Kinyan Chazokah from Yerushas Haaretz, and why do we need the Nesim? Why do we need the Nasi to be zoiche for them? You don't need a Maisa Kinyan. A Maisa is enough. A Maisa Chalukah be'alme is enough. Also is Reb Chaim dort. Weil lefi Reb Chaim, es bleibt schwer, das soll Mahalach. Also bringt in der Rinasit sagt, dass lefi Reb Chaim es sein schwer. Yeah. They were kind of with the Goyrol. The Goyrol is a Kinyan. And over here was no, you don't need a biru because this was a novi al pi Hashem and pi everyone. And that's what we say over in the pasuk. That's the next pasuk. Begoyral nachaloso. The nachlo is begoyral nachaloso. Kachatziva Hashem yad Moshe letira zamatu is v'chatzi amata. Now the Briskerov says very interesting that within this pasuk begoyral nachaloso kachatziva Hashem yad Moshe letisha samatu is v'chatzi amata. He says that the chalukas ever Yarden didn't happen on the Goyrol. As the Zoom son of Abraham, the Briskerov. That the din goyrol is shaykh only on Eretz Yisrael. That this was a shvuah, there was a krisas bris, there was a covenant, right? And this we say that the halacha is that this is going to be mechulek al yedei goyrol. Masheik and yeah, letisha zashvoti. That's what it is. That's how you die. Kinos al Moshe. So it says the Briskerov, and this we say the halacha that it's going to be al yedei goyrol. Masheik and eva yad, and that this was not mitzah the Eretz that was on the Shvuah was no Krishas Bris, is not Shaykh and this, a Din Goyrol. But this is only the Chelek of Nei God of Nei Reuven that they didn't have a Chelek of the Eretz Yisrael, they didn't have a Krishas Bris, they didn't have a Shvuah. But there was no Goyrol there. They had to come to the last comment, as we're going to see. But he says, Chatzi Shevet HaMenashe, that they get the Chelek from what they had the Chelek of the, right? The Shvuah Krishas Bris Meikar Din, so they needed a Goyrol. Just what? It was a Chidush La'aloche that they would get the chelek and Evayad also without the goyim. As I said,
it comes out that the Bnei Tzlachot only had because they said goyim nachloseinu yigoreya. So they're talking about only this half. They're complaining about goyim nachloseinu, and they're from Yosef.
And they got
So they say, on that one we're okay. It must be this bit. Goyim nachloseinu yigoreya. Because they're only complaining about the bit that was by goyim.
Yeah, but I think there is. We look at the Parshas Masei. Oh, בסדר זוי. We see over here in kapitel למדלת. וידבר השם אל מוישה לאמור צו את בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם כי אתם בואים אל האורץ כנען. Interesting לא שנהיה בזה. זוהי סאורץ אשר טיפו אלוכם בנחלו. ארץ כנען לגבולו יסעו. לא אלוכם פס נגב וכולי. says the spawner. זוהי סאורץ אשר טיפו אלוכם בנחלו. טיפו אלוכם בגוירול. קוידש שתכבשו כולו. כי בגוירול יהיה אויס לא שנפילה. כמוי והלבושי יפילו גוירול. We spoke about last week. What's the הפילר? So we spoke about. לכן הפילפור הוא הגוירול לגבי הומון. ואומר זויס. What's the זויס? כי מה שכובשו חוץ לאורץ לא יהוצרח לחלק בגוירול. ובכן חילק מוישס ארץ סיחון ואויג בלתי גוירול. כפי הנראה בספר יהושע. וזה כי ארץ סיחון ואויג אין בו קדושת ארץ ישראל כאומרוי. And picking the pasuk from later on in kapitel base. ואחים תמאו ארץ אחוזסכם. ולא יויסר ראוי לגוירול אשר עניונוי ברוח הקודש. This is the Sforno. So we see over here also that the Sforno learns that this was not given by the Kedusha Eretz Yisrael was given by Goyrol, but this was not given by Goyrol. Dafke the Eiva Yarden didn't have a Shoas HaShechina, the Eiva Yarden. Yes, the Ramban also, we mentioned this Ramban, I think we learned it inside, the Ramban in Parshas Chukas, what says that he brings the medrash that Ein Eiva Yarden, Roi LeBeis HaMikdash, Ulishko Shechina. We learned it 2 weeks ago, right? It says, "Ve'im tom or tmeyo." This is the pasuk. "Ve'im tmeyo eretz achuzaschem." As we have the kedusha of the mitzvahs. Okay, so this we see over here the nesim were thing. Okay, so I just wanted to speak about a little bit the nesim. So why we learned about the nesim. So let's speak a little bit about Zois Chanukah tonight. Let's speak about why we read the parsha of the nesim. So the Mishnah, we know the Mishnah and Chanukah we read the parsha of the nesim. So you know in the Gemara Megillah, the Aflamed Amud Beis, the Gemara brings over there a whole list of the Kriyas HaTorah, what we read in Yom Tov, what we read in Sheni V'Chamishi, all the Kriyas, and the Gemara says over there, B'Chanukah Koirim, Parshas Korbanos HaNesim, right? And Parshas Nosoi, we had over there, but the Gemara doesn't tell us what's the reason. Now it's also very interesting what's the order of the Nevi'im of this. So Rashi tells us the feet of Masois, right? Rashi al Torah. There's the Rachaim tells us that we start with Yehuda because Yehuda is Melucha. We finish, then we go to feed the Chashivas. We finish with Menashe, right? Menashe, and Al Pi the Chassidish Sforim read in Dafke why Zois Chanukah is Menashe. Rashi says because over there in Megillah, that means, and this if we look at the Sforim Chitzonim, what's called Sefer Maccabim, because it's not written, the Chanukah is not mentioned in Tanakh. We did mention a few years ago, we spoke a special shir about Chanukah in Tanakh. We did mention the Psukim of Zechariah. Gam Ayoim or Shivloch, right? Over there, the Psukim, what we know about Oni V'Roichev Al Chamoyer, right? Gam Ad Bedam Berisich, Shilachti Acharayich, Boyer Ein Mayim Boy. Psukim of Zechariah, over there, the Psukim we said it's Merames, and Chagai, the Nevuah of Chagai was when Chof Daled Kislev. Right, we spoke about this a few years ago. We have also a remez of Baruch Hashem Cheloi Ufoyal Yodov Irtze Shevet Levi Baruch Hashem Cheloi. Since when Shevet Levi, when Moshe Rabbeinu is blessing Shevet Levi, since when Shevet Levi is Chayil? Shevet Levi don't go out to war. The Rambam says Veloi Shevet Levi Levad. But Shevet Levi, since when Baruch Hashem Cheloi? When is Baruch Hashem Cheloi? What's the Cheloi? Ufoyal Yodov Irtze. This is Rashi tells us. Rashi over there al Torah. Rashi brings the medrash that the Chayil, when they will go out in the future in the war, Shevet Levi. Who's the Shevet Levi? These are the 30 men. Atisyahu Banov. When they will go out to war, Moshe Rabbeinu is giving them a blessing. Right? Mechatz Mosnaim. What's the Mechatz Mosnaim? So we know the Mosnaim. Who's the Mosnaim? What's Mosnaim? The hips. How will come in the hips? What we know with the Niel. In Kapitel Beis in the Niel. We know the Niel is also Miketz. We had the Chaloim Yisov. We have another chaloim of Nebuchadnezzar. What Rashi brings down, what was the chaloim? So he sees the head of gold, and then he sees the upper body of silver, and then he sees the Yalkesoi, he sees from Nechoshas, and then he sees the legs from metal, right? Barza, metal. And Daniel tells us that the head is very interesting surah. He tells him the head is Nebuchadnezzar, that's the Bavel, the four. That's the four Goliaths what Klal Yisrael go through. Golus Bovet is gold, and there we go. The Golus Paras is the Kesef. And Nechoishes is Yovan. Where was Yovan? The Mosnaim. Mechatz Mosnaim. So Boech Hashem Chailoi. Well, who's the Boech Hashem Chailoi? Mechatz Mosnaim. Come on, that's Mechatz Mosnaim. Which type of Boech is it? You're blessing over there the army to go and to crash their enemies. Mechatz Mosnaim. Mechatz Roishi. Mechatz Liboich. What's the Mosnaim? Because we're referring, who's the Mosnaim? The Mosnaim is Golus. The Choishech al Penei Tehoim. Choishech is Nechoishes. Always refers to Nechoishes. That's Merumas. So we have many remozim. Is the Roikeach himself brings that if you look at the Pasha Samoyados, after the Pasha Samoyados and Pasha Samoy, what do we have? We have Sukkos, and then we go to Adlokas HaMenorah. And then the Pasha of Adlokas HaMenorah, we have the Pasha of Megadef also, right? He says the Roikeach says what's the case? He says because the Pasha of the Moyados is a Remes now. We finish with the Pasha of the Moyados. We went Rosh Hashanah, we went to Kippur, Sukkos. After that, right, in the Pesach Shavuos, then we go to the Pasha of Adlokas HaNer, Zukutos HaRais. That's Merames for Chanukah. And then we come to the Megadef. He says Megadef is a Remes for Purim, for Haman. You have to Haman. He says Haman. It's another chelik. So he's like the Roikeach from the Chasidei Ashkenaz, from the Rishonim. There's a Reblezer Migarmaize. As he's like over there to explain. So we have many remozim in the Torah, but Chanukah is not mentioned in Tanakh. It's just mentioned because we know when Chanukah was after. Was after. The siman is to remember you have a Eidus. Yegal Sa'adusa. Yegal. What's Yegal? Yud Gimel Reish, 213 years after the beginning of Bai Sheni. That's to remember. That's a Sa'adusa. Yegal Sa'adusa, to remember when was the story of the Chanukah. Now the Tanakh closed when? The times of Ezra Sefer, the beginning of Bai Sheni. The end of Bai Rishon, the beginning of Bai Sheni, right? Chagai, Zchar, Yom Malachi were the last Nevi'im Achronim, as we call them, Zchar and Malachi, and they were the last ones. That's the beginning of Bai Sheni. 200 years after that only was the story of Chanukah. What we have, Sefer Chashmonaim, Sefer Maccabim, that was from the Sforach Chitzoni, it didn't come in. There was some minhagim that they read Megillas Antiochus, they read over here, but it never really fit in. But we do have over there. So over there, it's talking about in Sefer Maccabim how the Maccabim, they found over there the Mizbeach Meshukots, and they rebuilt it, and they done over there the Chanukah Mizbeach. When was it? Of Hey Kislev. And that's why stuck it past Elena and Chanukah, the Parshi is what is busy with Chanukah Mizbeach, and as I zog take the Toshiyom over there in Megillah on the Mishnayos in Perek Gimel Mishnah Vav. Another reason what we have for the Kriyas of Parsha and Nesim, what we spoke about the Nesim so much today, that we'll find for the Medrash. The Medrash Rabbah in Bamidbar Rabbah in Parsha Yud Gimel, he says over there that the Meleches Bniyas HaMishkan finished when? Chof Hei Kislev. Just what? It was folded till Rosh Chodesh Nisan. The Meleches HaMishkan Nigmero beChof Hei Kislev. It finished when? Chof Hei Kislev. Just, it was the Omad HaMishkan Mekupal, I think, folded, yeah, Ad Rosh Chodesh Nisan, Oyu Yisrael Oimrim. And the Klal Yisrael said, Arei Yosinu Mishkan, we done the Mishkan. We done already the Mishkan. Motai, Mosai, Yovo, Ishchina, V'Tishra, V'Maaseh Yodeinu. I don't know if I'm saying exactly the Lashon, but something on these lines. Yeah, Klal Yisrael is saying, well, we done the Mishkan. No, Nishtokin Ashot Ashchina. And when we came, yeah, Rosh Chodesh Nisan, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu is commanding them to do Hakomas HaMishkan, and then he sent them al Yedei Moshe Rabbeinu. What Mata Yerei Kvar Bosi Legani Achoisi Kalo. That's the medrash on this Bosi Legani Achoisi Kalo. So lefi this medrash we explain many Rishonim, the Rashi, Sidu Rashi, and Simon Shinchof, the Pirush Arivo al HaTorah explains it in Parshas Nosoi, but then the Nesim, because on Chodesh Kislev, the Chodesh Kislev, Kavyochel, the month lost the schus of Hakomas HaMishkan. Hakomas HaMishkan was built. That's it. You built the Mishkan. That's it. Bring it out. That's why Kodesh Baruch Hu paid them back with what? With Chanukas HaChashmoinoim and this day. And if you then the Parsha of the Nesim has a very tight connection with Chofei Kislev, because Meleches HaMishkan finished when? And that's time. Just the Chanukas HaMizbeach was nidche till when? Till Rosh Chodesh Nisan. The Ramban in Odeh, Parshas Nosai, he says no, in the beginning of Baal Yisrael, it brings B'Shem Reb Nissim Goen. Hadlokas Aneos in Chanukah is what Aaron HaKohen got because Aaron HaKohen, he was upset. And I see Meviu, and Aaron HaKohen, he said, I'm going to wait in the end, and whatever's going to be missing, I'm going to take. And Aaron HaKohen was upset that he didn't take anything, and that's why he was not part of the Akovas Anasim. So they gave him the Adlokas Aneos, and that is a mamish again, a very strong connection between Korbanos Anasim with the thing. And we have to add over there that the Korbanos Alidei Anasim, the Chanukas HaMishkan, was also for the whole Klal Yisrael, because all the Shiftei Yisrael bought Korbanos for Chanukas HaMizbeach. And that was basically the Achdus, what the whole of Klal Yisrael is surrounded. They are Shutfim now. They're not Stam. They're Shutfim in the Mizbeach, on the Mizbeach, and that's why there was Ashrat HaShchina. And Chanukas HaMizbeach and Chanukah happened on the day the Koyanim Shluch Yedidan, Shluch Darachmon, they were Shluchim of Klal Yisrael. So the Parshas of the Nasim, what we read in Chanukah is also the remes for Ashrat HaShchina. Ashrat HaShchina will come, and that's what we need. Again, the Achdus, the Shutfus of Klal Yisrael, that will bring, and as I said, the Pri Tzadik and Chanukah and Oiz Chov Beis, Reb Tzadok HaKohen, what speaks about this. Reb Tzadok HaKohen, let's just mention another thing what Reb Tzadok HaKohen says about Zois Chanukah. He says that Zois Chanukah, as we mentioned, Zois Chanukah is something that the last 250 years. Before we don't find Zois Chanukah, we do find the lotion of Chanukas HaMizbeach. We find already in a machzor what's called Ma'agali Tzedek. Ma'agali Tzedek. And Ma'agali Tzedek is a machzor what was Mesader Binyamin Halevi Ashkenazi. He was a Rav in Saloniki. He was from the Gdolei Ador and these things. He was from the times of the Rishonim, and then the times of the Rishonim. And then that machzor was printed many times. It was printed in beginning of the Shins. That means over 450 years ago was the thing. And the Mogen Avraham brings them many times. The Ma'agali Tzedek. He calls already Chanukas HaMizbeach. He brings over there Yom Shmini Shel Chanukah Koirin Oisri Chanukas HaMizbeach. Lefi shekoirin Chanukas HaMizbeach. That's the kriya. Then we find also Minogei Ma'aril that Chanukas HaMizbeach. There was people that didn't do then Meloche and the Zois Chanukah. But Zois Chanukah we find only much later. But the Reb Tzadok HaKohen says that we find in the Gemara, right, that K'de Amre Inshe. And the Gemara brings a whole limud about this. So you see that K'de Amre Inshe, there is an Indian what the Amre Inshe is. And he speaks about over there Zois Chanukah, what is the Zois Chanukah. So, okay, we're going to finish over here, but as we said, yeah. There's two minogim. Be'emes is, I just very bekitza because this thing. The Mekor is Maseches Soifim. If you look at Maseches Soifim, Perek Chof, Aloch Ches, he says, Bayoim Arishon, what they read Vayi Amakir Bayoim Arishon. And the same thing till Bayoim Hashmini. The Ma'aser with 2 minyonim. The minyonim. I will just go a little bit backward. Thing. It's Seder Rav Amram Goen, Chanukah, Sidur Rashi, Shin Yutes, the thing. It says that you start to read from Vayehi Beyoim Kalois Moshe Lokim Mesamishkan. You start from there. And as I state in the Ozarua also says, and many other Rishonim. That's one Mahalach. Yeah. Then there's the Rambam. The Rambam in Ilchos Tefillah, in Perek Yud Gimel Aloch Yud Zayin, and there's all the Eshkol and Ilchos Seder Parshias. There's many other Rishonim who say that you start in Birkas Kohanim. Right? You start from earlier in Kapitel Vov. It's much earlier, yeah. What is before the Parshat Nesim. Now, what's the reason? The reason is because the Nes, what happened, they Bnei Chashmonoye, right? It was they were Kohanim, right? That's like the two and Tofresh Beidalet says because the Nes happened at the Bnei Chashmonoye, and the Bnei Chashmonoye were Kohanim. Chutz in this could be that we want also to Chanukas HaMizbeach, is to want to start with the Broche, so that's why we do it. Le'aloche, if we look at Tofresh Beidalet, the Shulchan Aruch says we start with Birkas Kohanim. The Ramos says we start from Beyoim Kalois Moshe. So in Eretz Yisrael, we start from Birkas Kohanim. I think, yeah. I think, what?
I don't know. Asking why every day.
I think is the in Eretz Yisrael is we start the Zoi. We start the Korbanos. Lefi the Shulchan Aruch, we start the Korbanos from Chanukas HaMizbeach, 2 parts. No, but there's a difference. Over there we say thing.
Why? So what? But that's why I say the same thing 3 times, and then you go.
You can live with that. I don't understand why it's never been changed. It's always been like that. I don't know why. And we just
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. Amat Hashem. Fine. Okay, I go to Shekoyach. Next week we will keep you updated about the shir. I'm not sure about. I don't know if many people are away next week. I heard. Oh, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Whatever I think. I go to Shekoyach. After Chanukah, lechtige Chanukah. Shekoyach.